Ashok Gehlot-led Congress government in Rajasthan has plunged into crisis after Deputy Chief Minister Sachin Pilot declared open rebellion. Sachin Pilot claimed that the Gehlot government has been reduced to a minority as about 30 Congress MLAs are supporting him. In a statement, Sachin Pilot said some independent MLAs have pledged their support to him. Pilot did not even attend the Congress Legislature Party meeting. Focused and coordinated steps taken in tandem by the centre along with states and union territories through a whole of government approach bolstered by effective clinical management of COVID-19 after early detection and timely diagnosis has led to a consistent increase in the recovered cases. In the last 24 hours, a total of 19,235 were cured of COVID-19. This has resulted in the cumulative total number of recovered cases among COVID-19 crossing 5.5 lakh mark on Monday. The recovery rate has improved to 63.01%. Home Minister Amit Shah has praised security forces for their efforts to fight COVID-19 in the country. He said that India is one of the most populous countries. He said that the whole world is witnessing how one of the most successful battles against COVID-19 has been fought in India. The Home Minister said that in India's battle against COVID-19, security forces are playing an important role. He said that India is on a strong pedestal in the fight against COVID-19 under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the motto, One People, One Thought, One Nation. The Income Tax Department has facilitated a new functionality for banks and post offices through which they can ascertain the TDS applicability rates on cash withdrawals. Under it, the banks and post offices can ascertain the TDS applicability rates on cash withdrawals of above 20 lakh rupees in a case of a non-filer of income tax return and that of above 1 crore rupees in case of a filer of the income tax return. Central Board of Direct Taxes said that so far more than 53,000 verification requests have been executed successfully on this facility. National Thermal Power Corporation Limited, a central public sector undertaking under the Ministry of Power, has won the prestigious CII-ITC Sustainability Award 2019 under Outstanding Accomplishment in Corporate Excellence category. The company has also received commendation for significant achievement in the category of CSR. Power Ministry said that the NTPC always strives for sustainable development of its communities around the power stations. In view of COVID-19 pandemic situation, the government has extended relief to gems and jewellery sector by relaxing the requirement of re-import of cut and polished diamonds which have been sent abroad for certification and grading by 3 months. Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs said that this extended time period would be available to exporters to bring back cut and polished diamonds after due certification and grading by specified laboratories abroad. Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas and Steel, Dharmendra Pradhan, has appealed to the Indian students from various top global universities to come and innovate in India to explore the emerging opportunities. Interacting with a vibrant group of young overseas Indian scholars, students and friends on Sunday on Last Mile Energy Access in India, the Union Minister said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has set a target for reduction of 10% in energy import dependency by 2022. West Indies on the first international cricket match since the sports return after the coronavirus outbreak, beating host England in a thrilling first test at an empty AGS Bolt Stadium on Sunday. Jermaine Blackwood top scored with 95 as West Indies overcame an early oval to win by 4 wickets in the final session of the 5th and final day of the match. The World Health Organization reported a record increase in global coronavirus cases on Sunday, with the total rising by 230,370 in 24 hours. The biggest increase were from the United States, Brazil, India and South Africa according to a daily report. The previous WHO record for new cases was 228,102 on July 10. That's remained steady at about 5,000 a day. More than 500,000 Hong Kong people voted in primaries held by pro-democracy parties to choose candidates for upcoming legislative election. The high turnout for the unofficial poll came despite a government warning that it could be in breach of a tough new security law imposed on the city by Beijing.